Hello, coffee culture family. Today's short talks more about why this show was created. My show was created around the idea that we all crave connection and that we use the coffee meetup as a tool to see each other. It's about being together and not the caffeine hit. Humans are social creatures. We have an innate need for connection, whether it's with family, friends, or strangers. We crave social interaction and companionship. Yes, I said strangers, because regardless of whether you are introverted or extroverted, the need for connection is in you. You are hardwired for this. Think about sitting in a cafe. They're all strangers in there. You're just there for the energy and the connection, right? This need for connection has been studied extensively, and the results show just how important it is for our mental health and well-being. In this episode, we'll explore the innate need for connection in humans and how studies on mental health and hospitality back this up. So let's start with the importance of connection. It's a fundamental human need. We need it for our mental health and well-being and to feel a sense of purpose and belonging in this world. Studies have shown that people who lack connection are more prone to depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. And in a study published in the Journal of Health and Social Behavior, researchers found that people who lacked social connections had a 50% increased risk of premature death compared to those who had strong social ties. This shows just how important connection is for our physical health as well as our mental health. Hospitality, or the act of welcoming and caring for others, plays an important role in meeting our need for connection. Hospitality can take many forms, from inviting someone over for dinner to simply smiling at a stranger on the street. The act of showing kindness and warmth to others can have a profound impact on our mental health and well-being. I think some of us love to throw a party, schedule a coffee meetup, or open the door for someone at the store. In big and small ways, you can elevate your mood through these acts as well as others. So for those needing connection, making the effort can be difficult, and I want to point this out too. In a study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, researchers found that acts of kindness and hospitality can increase feelings of social connection and decrease feelings of loneliness. This shows just how important it is to extend hospitality to others, even in small ways. And you have to understand, some people don't know how to do this themselves. So if you're better at it, you have to step in and do that for people. Now, the importance of face-to-face interaction I want to touch on. Technology has made it easier to connect with others. Studies have shown that face-to-face interaction is still the most important form of connection. In a study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, researchers found that face-to-face social support was more effective at reducing stress than online social support. Our phones keep us at a distance. If you have that friend or neighbor that always contacts or replies using a text, it's probably a good sign to lean in and actually call or knock on their door or invite them for coffee. Now I'd like to discuss the importance of community. Community is another important aspect of meeting our need for connection. A strong community provides a sense of belonging and purpose and can help us weather life's challenges. In a study published in the Journal of Community Psychology, researchers found that people who were part of a strong community were less likely to experience mental health issues like depression and anxiety. I don't want to stop there, because community is an overused word in social media. It's used by branding experts and it's hashtagged all day long on LinkedIn and Facebook. Let's define it. It's your church, your book club, your yoga group, your mommy and me, events, vocational events like business clubs. Community programs are everywhere. and they look the same. They are groups of people that do not want to do this thing called life alone, and they just so happen to have a similar interest. Find a group that resonates with you, with any of your interests: books, music, spirituality, food, biking. Find the group and join. Even if it's a little uncomfortable on the first day, it'll immediately feel like home. And you won't be the first one that felt a little awkward on arrival. The leaders of these clubs know this. They won't leave you hanging. And when I talk about connection and joining and finding community, it could be a community of two. You can just find a friend that really enjoys sitting around having a cup of coffee once a week. Just find somebody. One is enough. Now, in conclusion, I'd like to state that our innate need for connection in humans is a fundamental aspect of our mental health and well-being. And studies on mental health and hospitality show just how important it is to connect with others, extend kindness and hospitality, and be part of a strong community. While technology has made it easier to connect with others, face-to-face interaction is still the most important form of connection. So the next time you're feeling down or lonely, reach out to a friend or loved one. Extend hospitality to a stranger, or get involved in your community. You may be surprised at how much it can improve your mental health and well-being. I'll put links to all of these studies in the show notes. However, I'd like to point out that they are pre-pandemic. I believe our need for connection has gotten more intense and our mental health is more fragile. So call one friend today. Do that for me. Check in. Invite them for coffee. And I'd like to know, what clubs have you joined? Where have you found a sense of community? What do you do when you sense a friend could use some company? Has any of my ideas helped? Thank you, Coffee Culture family. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you share it with a friend, maybe even over a cup of coffee. Share your thoughts and ideas on coffee culture. You could put them in the reviews on Apple Podcasts or DM me on Instagram. And if you'd like to support an indie podcaster, there is a link in the show notes for buying me a coffee. Please subscribe and share a cup of coffee culture with your friends. This season is produced by Pale Blue Studios.